What's going on? Hey guys, what's up? Let me turn this music down a little bit. What is up? That's cool, y'all. Let me know if that's cool. What's that song say? It's been a long time. Uh, what is it? It's been a long time since I've been around you. So I left a dope beat to step two, step two, step. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, I have not been feeling the best. Do y'all hear me? It's been, I'm for real, like straight up. It was a real life sick, and I'm hot. I'm just getting in, y'all. So y'all bear with me so I can just kind of get my bearings. I literally scarfed something down my throat, and just trying to get my bearings. I had to eat real fast. I came home late today. Y'all keep me in much prayer. I'm telling y'all, so much going on. When I tell y'all it's so much going on, it is so much going on. Y'all keep the queen in prayer. I'm gonna need it. When I say I'm gonna need it, y'all, I'm going to need it. Much, much, much prayer. But you know what? God never lets me down. He never lets me down. And I know this is gonna be another moment where God shows up for me. For 2 days, guys. Was it this week, last week? Had to be last week because I think I talked about it on Sunday. I don't know. Yeah, it had to be Sunday. For 2 days straight, I kept seeing the spirit of deception. For 2 days straight, I kept seeing the spirit of deception. 2 days straight, y'all, I've been seeing the spirit of deception. And it comes like a young girl's face. It comes like a young girl's face. Now, mind you, I wasn't sleep. I was in between sleep and woke when it happened the first time. The first time, this girl was like right here in my face. This is me laying down in my bed, and a girl appeared in my face, y'all. Young girl. I mean, and her face was so engaging. I'm looking at it. Then all of a sudden it glitched in it, and I saw the most deceitful, mean, hateful face. Lord said that's the spirit of deception. Okay, I'm like, oh my God. So you pray against that. My husband's like, what did you do? Did you pray against it? I'm like, yeah, I did. The second night, the engaging face wasn't there. It was just a deception face. And literally all I did was close my eyes. Feel God when I said that. All I did was close my eyes. It's for me. Like, it's in your face now. They're not covering no more. They're not being deceitful. It's right there in your face. And I saw that same deceitful face. And I was just beginning to pray. And stuff is happening. But my thing is, God never leaves me unprotected. He never leaves me unprepared. So I just thank God for that. But anywho, we're going to get into the story. Y'all keep the queen in much prayer. As things progress, I will be informing y'all because we don't know. Hey, Joshua, I send up a love your way. I don't know what's going to happen from day to day, but y'all just keep me in prayer. All right. We're going to get into the story. Now, I know the story is kind of old. However, I just wanted to cover it. And I ain't going to be on here long, y'all. I promise y'all I ain't, because I done worked a whole full day, dog. I'm tired, so I don't know what. When I say I'm exhausted, I am, but I feel so much better than I've been feeling. So I think if it's menopause, I don't know. But I have been retaining fluid. I was nauseous. I was being nauseous at the meals, headaches, fatigue. I don't know what the heck was going on with me. I've been retaining fluid. And I told my husband, I said, listen, when I get off the bus, what is this? I never did open it up, did I? When I get off the plane, you probably gonna leave me right there because I've been gaining weight like crazy. He told myself, don't tell me you've been eating again. I'm like, again? Like, how do we survive? You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat, but I've been eating a little bit too much. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I have. So, what else is new? Oh, I'm about to change my hair before we get into the story. I'm getting ready to change my hair, even though I love my braids. I pride myself on doing my own braids. That the hood in me is coming out. Like, if you can't get it done, do it yourself. And so that's how I was raised. And I think I did a fantastic job. I mean, look how long I've had them. Now, I done freshened them up a couple of times. but I think they look good. He talking about something. He sent me this hairstyle, y'all. It's red. Well, I asked him, "Do you like this hairstyle?" I was just testing him. He said, "Yeah, I like it. It's perfect, but it's like red. I ain't even seen it. I mean, I got it. I ordered it, but it's red. So y'all bear with me. But I really like my braids. Y'all. I like them. And it took a minute. It took me a while to get these mugs in here, but they, whatever. I gotta let them go. So probably next time y'all see me, my hair gonna be looking different. Even though I love this braid. I love my braids. I do, y'all. Y'all know I do. I keep them neat. I try to, All right, so let's get into the story. I'm gonna play a clip and then we are going to discuss because I ain't feeling it. And I want to share something with y'all what I kind of picked up in the video and in this story. I want to share with y'all my point of view and the perspective that I'm coming from. Okay, so hopefully it played right. Y'all know how StreamYard's been. I have not signed up for the monthly thing yet, and they even knocked it down half price. So we'll see. But that's another subscription that I don't want, nor do I need. All right, so listen to this, guys, and then we're gonna discuss. It was working. It was. Hold on, y'all. It's saying remove. Okay, so let's try it again. I have no idea what's going on. And I got a signal. I don't know. Maybe I need to do something. I don't know. Oh, try it one more time. If not, then we just gonna play it. It's getting on my last nerve. It's too late now. It says connection often caused by unstable internet connection. Did this. Oh my God. It's about to rain. I wish it would. It's so hot, y'all.
Woman who won on fire is Brielle Saunders, and she used to be a female rapper in Columbus, Georgia. A new rap. She and three of her guy friends sat in her car, listened to music, and then one of them suggested that they start bar for bar. And then they got mad, and one of them pulled out a weapon and told her she needs to drive. They made her drive to an abandoned lot, and once they was there, they forced her out of the car and made her remove all of her clothes. With all the hypermasculinity they could muster, they began penetrating her with their weapons and then raping her. After they were done, they tried to lock her in her trunk, but she managed to escape. As she ran away, they took out their weapons and shot her 10 times. As Brielle lay on the ground, bleeding and crying for help, they took a gas can out of her car, poured it all over her, and lit her on fire. As they watched her body burn, one of the men looked at her again, but Brielle didn't die. Police found her smoldering body and rushed her to the hospital. Brielle survived to identify her attackers and testify against them. 28-year-old Joey Guerin, 23-year-old Robert Johnson, and 23-year-old Katori Glover. All three of them were captured and imprisoned immediately. Robert and Katori were sentenced to 6 life sentences plus 95 years in jail. And Joey Guerin was sentenced to 5 life sentences plus 70 years in jail. Another case of these fragile ass men competing with a woman. I'm Tiara with the T.
Okay, so if not, I'm going to repeat it again. Whew, Lord help me. I ain't gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna have to have a streaming service for real. I can't do it. I gotta find me a streaming service because I don't know what's going on, but I ain't never had this much issues with connections in my life. Okay, so basically what happened was Brielle Saunders was a underground rapper, and she would go out and do battle raps, okay? She hung around a group of individuals, a group of guys who did the same thing that she did, also were underground rappers. One night they were all in the car, all together. I don't know if they were going to a club or going to an event. I don't know, but they were all in the car. And they began to do a battle rap to a song that they were listening to. Apparently, Brielle outdid everybody. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, she had that juice. She was the only woman in the car. And to my understanding, allegedly, the men became enraged because they got beaten. This is her reporting this. And they told her to drive. And when they got to her destination, their destination for her, they shot her. Grave Turd shot her, set her on fire, and then turned around and shot her again. And I said, this is nothing but the grace of God that allowed this woman to survive all of that. They said the police found her smoldering body. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, this is a story of survival, is what this is. They found her smoldering body and rushed her to the hospital, and she was able to identify all 3 of her assailants. And they are all sending life sentences without the possibility of parole. The TikToker said that the men's egos were bruised. I want to talk about what happens when an alpha male ego is bruised. Now, I know that a lot of alpha males, some have big egos. Some men do have big egos. Some men have egos and they project it with nice things, fancy cars, overdeveloped bodies because they're constantly working on muscles on top of muscles. They project it in being charismatic, being arrogant, being just obnoxious, entitled. Those things. Now, I'm not talking about the real men. I ain't talking about y'all. I said some men. They have big egos. They're like that. They like to be seen. They don't like to be embarrassed at all. Something happens to them when they become embarrassed. And for the better part of this, most men have a level of ego. All of us have some type of ego. Maybe healthy. It may be a healthy amount of confidence, right? But then you have some individuals where if their ego is bruised, it triggers past traumas. Hear me when I say this. When your ego is bruised, for some, it triggers past traumas of embarrassment, abandonment, broken relationships, bullying. Maybe you done had a situation in your life where you was bullied all your life as a child, and you grow up and say, this has never happened to me again, and you grow up to be the best that you could possibly be because that thing in your childhood triggered you. And the reason why I'm saying is because these individuals had to have had two things. All of them had trauma and had an embarrassment issue or ego issue, or all of them were possessed by the same spirit. Because how do you get three individuals to agree? How do you get three individuals to agree to take a person's life? You were so enraged and so pissed off that you burnt this girl up alive and then turned around and shot her. And two other people walked alongside of you and agreed, and nobody turned nobody in. So none out of the three of you guys, none of you all had a conscience. So either two things happened. All of you all had traumatic issues. All you all were let's do this, B, because it's something buried in you that don't like women. You may have thought nothing of her, that she was just trash, or you just thought that she was just, she just a woman who you think you are going to show me up, or you all were possessed by the same spirit, a murderous spirit, allegedly. Well, they convicted you, so. And all of this is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, provides statutory framework for determining whether something is a fair use and identifies certain types of uses such as criticism, comments, and news reporting. Something in you was bruised so bad or triggered so bad that you had to take somebody's life. See, this is what I'm saying. You got a lot of broken individuals walking around here. And like I said, when I covered that McDonald's story, my verbiage is going to change and has. I'm more nonchalant. I'm not as direct as I used to be. And I don't care. They can call me a bad manager or whatever you want to call me. But I value my life. And I'm not trying to trigger nobody. Do you understand what I'm saying? I ain't trying to trigger you at all. Do you understand? It ain't about me being scared. It's about me. I got people who depending on me. I got a family now. Okay. So she was able to identify all three of her accusers because she survived. When I saw this, I give out this is survival. This woman survived being set on fire and shot. Do you hear what I say? This woman survived and was able to testify in court against her accusers. Don't tell me. Let me tell y'all something. And I ain't trying to say, just take it for a grain of salt. Men, dangerous individuals. Women can too. But we're talking about the men. Men can be dangerous individuals when they get upset. I have been in situations where men, something that I did indirectly triggered a man. To the point to where they put hands on me. You hear what I say? Something that I did, something about me angered them. You just a woman. You just gonna do this in front of me. You think you gonna disrespect me? All of these things, you ain't even got to tell me what's going on in his mind. Oh, you think you gonna do this? Oh, you think I'm about to show you? And the next thing I know, his hands was wrapped around my throat. And when I tell you nothing that I did warranted, and I'm not gaslighting you, because I would say, oh, I was running my mouth, which me running my mouth still don't warrant you putting your hands on me. And I was so shocked and taken back. You know what I'm saying? The adrenaline started to pump, so I pushed him up against the wall, up against the door. And I got up. You know what I'm saying? And my hand was all scratched up, minor stuff. But I said to myself, who scratches people? What man is scratching somebody? But something I did angered him and triggered him. There's nothing worse than a mad man that is mad at a woman and their ego has been bruised. They will try to take you out. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's related to childhood. I don't know if it's related to their masculinity. Maybe they feel like their masculinity is being threatened, or I don't know if they just hate women, or because you can't tell me those 3 men did not even think enough of this woman's life. From the beginning, from the jump, they didn't think enough about her. Because what? She's just a woman. So when she engaged in that competition with them and she won up them, the thing was, I'm going to show you. Hey, April, hi, honey. I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. I'm going to show you is what they did. And they took this woman and set her on fire. Shot her and set her on fire. Excuse me. Set her on fire. And then set her on fire again while she was burning. Shot her while she was set on fire. Turtle, they said one of the and I think I said accusers earlier. I didn't mean to say accusers. One of the assailants turned around while she was on fire and shot her again. Now, is there more to the story? I don't know. Because if there's not any more to this story, we have to ask ourselves, what enraged 3 men to come after this one woman like that? What happened? Was it that their ego was bruised so bad that you wanted to kill this woman over a rap contest? Your ego was bad. Something's wrong with all 3 of y'all. Again, I say 2 things happen here. Either all 3 of them, some type of abandonment or embarrassment or bullying trauma in their younger years, or all 3 of them had the same murderous spirit possess them. Because who does that? This is what I'm saying. And how many times have we seen in domestic violence situations men beating their women and the women like, I didn't do anything. I didn't say nothing. They just was angry at me. The plate wasn't hot enough. The dinner wasn't on time. I had the wrong color on. I should have and we will, and some women will make excuses. I should have just shut up, but I kept talking. And this man is beating you to doggone near death because you done did something and they feel like it's disrespectful to them. They're not fighting for their life. You have not infringed on their life. You have not made them feel like their life is in death. But because they feel like you were disrespectful, they doggone near knocking your teeth down your throat. Or you done spoke out of turn. Hey, Scorpio mom, I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. So that lets me know something was wrong with these 3 individuals. What is going on with our men? Now, I'm telling you, I know the story is old. I know it is. Y'all excuse me. I got a Pepsi. Don't nobody say nothing to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm thirsty. And I got this dry cough and I need to go away. Don't say nothing. Okay? Okay. What is happening to our men? Shout out to SBK who borrowed the clip and gave me a shout out and did a whole show on it. And I thank God because that makes me feel that this platform I got, it may not be huge, but it's making an impact. And people are having a dialogue and conversation about this. And don't worry, women, your turn is coming. What is happening to our black men that you are now turning on your black women and killing them and abusing them and harming them and disrespecting them? What is going on? You can't tell me that this is just an influence of society. Do I believe that? Yeah. But I think there has to be more going on. There has to be something spiritual going on. I'm going to say this one more good time. Either these two men had all of the same egotistic or bullying traumatic instances in their life, or they all were possessed by the same murderous spirit. Because all three of them decided it was a good idea to set this woman on fire and kill her and try to kill her. But let me tell you something. When it ain't your time, God will make a way. It ain't your time. This woman was able to survive that and testify against the people who harmed her. And to God be the glory, all three of them are spending life in jail today. This dynamic of men and women, it is baffling me going on between the sexes now. You understand what I'm saying? What's that movie? Color. Where she asked Miss Harpo asked Miss Sophia, what should she do? What should he do? Was it so? Or asked Whoopi Goldberg's character, whatever her name was, what should he do about his wife? And she said, beat her. Because they thought that's her. Back in the day, husbands thought that's how you correct your wife. You beat her, you slap her real good, and she gonna shut up. You better shut up before I come at you. There's nothing that a person can do, whether you female or male, that warrants another individual invading your personal space and putting hands on you unless you are fighting for your life. Did you hear what I say? I watched my mama get beat. I watched her get beat by my stepfather. I watched him beat her in the kitchen. That affected me tremendously. And I said to myself, I will never walk around in fear in my own house. It's going to be either me or you. Do you understand? I'm going to nip that in the bud. I had a couple of instances when I was a teenager. I said a couple of instances, maybe one incident where I deal with some form of abuse. You understand what I'm saying? And it made me have to, and I felt like I was young and I felt like I had to walk on eggshells because I didn't know what this individual what was going to trigger and what he was going to do. But that was short-lived. You understand what I'm saying? And then as an adult, I got into a little situation. And at that point, the goons was coming. I, as a woman, as a 49-year-old woman, I'm not living in fear in my own home. You see what I'm saying? First of all, we are the weaker vessel in most cases. You got some women out here that are bodybuilders and they're stronger than men. Some men. And when you get in a confrontational situation with a man, you got to understand that this man in some cases will overpower you because they are the stronger vessel. And as a man, a real man, they should have been taught not to put your hands on a female. Now, in my classroom, I got younger children because I teach early childhood. And children they understand gender, but they don't understand deductive reasoning. They don't understand rationale. At this point, we're introducing that concept to them, right? And so when I see the young boys hitting the young girls, I always stop them. And I say, listen, you never put I'll be real intrusive and I try to make an impact. You never put your hands on a female because you are stronger than that. And men do not hit women and boys don't hit girls. I go on and on. I try to make it so they know this is not acceptable. A lot of men have not gotten that lesson. A lot of men, and I know, don't y'all come for me, women. A lot of men have been spoiled by their mothers. These new mothers. Oh, Ray, poo, you so cute. You go on and get their hair cut and lined up. Got them in their little outfit. Oh, you so cute. They raise up, getting smart at you. You laughing because you think it's cute. Oh, you so cute. They don't do what you say. They go ahead, get up, go clean up. They're dealing with right now. I'm dealing right now trying to get these big size kids, these older kids to clean up. They do it. And they act like they don't sit right there on the screen on their tablets and they don't get up. I'm trying to say, what kind of kids are these? I have never understood these disrespectful kids that they don't listen to authority or adults no more. It's how they are being raised. You understand what I'm saying? My mom had to tell me one time and I got up, or something was flying across the room, or some type of tool or weapon was being brandished. Do you hear what I say? But like I said, we got a whole generation of men that do not respect the female gender, especially within their own ethnicity and culture. They treat them like yesterday's trash. So here you got this woman who's talented, is the most talented in the car, and these men egos done got bruised, and you disrespect this woman and you try to kill her because your ego was bruised, allegedly. You gonna kill this woman because she can rhyme some words better than you. Does that even make logical sense? What's happening to our black men that you hate us so much that you want to take us out? That is the devil. That is a murderous spirit. Do you hear what I say? A murderous spirit. It is a sad commentary. These young boys are being raised to not have respect for their elders, and especially women. Will walk up and cuss you out and rob you and beat your grandmama up and take her purse and go on and get in her car and drive off and laugh and go live and put it on their social media. Because they were not raised to respect elders, and they did not see their mama be respected in the household. They didn't see their sister be respected in the household. They saw their daddy cuss them out and call them all type of B's and MFers. That's why I don't understand fathers who cuss out their women, who cuss their children out. I don't understand parents in general, women or men who cuss at their children. I said it. Oh, you got a ginger ale? I got a Pepsi. Because I've been having everything. I've been having everything. A lot of stuff been going on with this body, but I've been fighting the devil because he's a liar. That's the parents. I'm holding y'all accountable. I am so sorry because children are a product of their environment. Any mammal is a product of their environment. Do you know why Chinese people get slanted eyes? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why creation, mankind, has so many variations of color? Do you know why? And there are some rules, but generally, how you look outwardly is a direct result of the closeness to the sun that you are. Y'all can Google it. Asian people eyes are slanted because they are really close to the sun. African Americans have high amount, not African Americans, but Africans have higher amounts of pigmentation than we do because they are closer to the equator. The further away you get in different continents, the lighter people became. I know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? People are a product of their environment. If you're raised in a household where all you see, I got a dry cough, y'all. Where all you see is a man cussing at a woman when they're trying to convey information to them. That's all you see. That's how they communicate. B, can you do this? Oh, that blankety blank, that MF. B, get your little blankety blanket. Then you think that's how you're supposed to talk to women. You think that's how you're supposed to talk to people. And you think it's okay. And it's not okay. Do you hear what I say? Something in these individuals' mind, rationale, thought it was okay to grape this woman and kill her. Had no respect of life, of this woman's life at all. Had no respect for her. No respect for their self. Rationales was out of the plan, out the window. You lost all touch of humanity because your ego was bruised. I see this a lot. I see it in my young children. I see it. You know what I'm saying? You try to redirect the child, and they in the classroom, and they see all the other children in there. You try to redirect them, they get mad and knock over 10 chairs. Done seen it. 2 and a half, 4-year-olds knocking over chairs, knocking over containers, and knocking over toys, and running and pushing tables. 2 and a half and 4-year-olds. I've seen it. Fighting like grown men and grown women because somebody trying to give them structure and direction, and they don't have it at home. So how do you think this individual is going to look when they are 25, 20, and a woman resists them and tell them no? What do you think is going to happen when they articulate with violence? And we know that there's some behavioral issues happen when a younger child they haven't developed their vocabulary and they're frustrated and they act out. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about sheer violence every time. Because you don't like what somebody done said, or you being redirected. Tearing the room up. That type of violence needs to be dealt with at a young age. Or it is going to be a monster. It's going to have a mind of its own. And you can't tell me this is not what happened. These people were upset. Their egos got bruised, and they murdered this young lady. Tried to murder this young lady, I should say. I keep saying that. They attempted to murder this young lady, but she survived. I say again, this is a story of survival. This woman was able to away her assailants. She was able to put these men away. We are in some treacherous times, people. Well, women are gonna need to be protecting themselves. That's why, from now on, and I ain't trying to be funny, but from now on, ever since that thing, that story, that McDonald's story really affected me. And I'm getting ready to level up. I'm about to level up. I'm about to upgrade myself in that regards. But yeah, I carries a weapon. Because I'm not losing my life because mama didn't discipline you when you was a child. I'm not losing my life because nobody ever told you no. I'm not losing my life because you got a problem with authority. I'm not losing my life because in your mind you think that I think I'm better than you because you schizophrenic and bipolar and you got voices talking to you. I ain't losing my life. It's gonna be either me or you, and we already know it's gonna be you. And I mean that. Do you understand? I mean that. I don't know what's going on with our men and mental health, and God knows I'm an advocate for y'all in that regards. But people need to get, if you know you got an anger issue, you don't need to be in no relationship with no woman. If you know you got violent tendencies against a woman or violent tendencies, or you be in a mood, you don't need to be with no woman. I'm just telling, if you ain't willing to go get the help that you need, and you know you bipolar and schizophrenic, you don't need to be in a relationship. Because the moment you put your hands on somebody, you done committed a crime. with me, you're gonna end up losing your. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you right now. And I'm gonna say this, and don't y'all get mad at me. I'm sorry. And I'm guilty of this. Even I'm guilty of this. I've always hung around men. They've always been, at one point I had a best friend man when I was in high school. I get along better with men than I do women because I'm not so emotional. I'm not so petty. I don't like to be around a bunch of petty talkative women. I don't like that. I can't get with it. I don't like to be around a bunch of mean girls that always running their mouth and talking about other women. I can't stand it. I deplore it. I resist it. I expel it. I don't like it. So I generally hang around men. I could talk easy with men. Cause they ain't as emotional, and you know what I'm saying, they ain't for the bull. They ain't in competition with me, and they funny as heck. So I'm always, I could be on the phone for hours talking to me. I listen. In my life, I've had very close friends who are male, platonic, and we laugh and joke and talk, and it's easy. You understand what I'm saying? It's easy. But I don't recommend, and I hope y'all don't say I'm contradicting myself. I'm not. But right now, there's a certain age demographic where I don't think it is safe for you all to just be hanging around a bunch of men. I'm sorry. Women, I'm sorry. You saying why? You said why what? Why? I don't know why. I just found it easier to be around men and chill than I did women. I don't know why. I don't know why. But in this demographic, this product of men and women and the reason why I say product is because these last two generations have been shaped and molded by so many components and variables that they are a product of their environment now. I mean, we all are, but it seemed like these people were rolled out in some type of factory. That's how I feel, because all of them are temperamental. Most of them are violent, and most of them don't respect women. They don't value women. They don't have no problem cussing a woman out, calling them names. They don't have no problem disrespecting them. They treat them like trash, and I've seen it across the board, and I don't know why. Them ain't the people that you need to be hanging around with, women. I'm sorry. If a man can haul off and beat a woman like that, like a dog, with no respect, with no conscience, they make the type of people that you need to be around. If a man got a short temper and they easily be popped up, I'm telling you right now, them make the people that you need to be hanging around, because there's gonna come a day where that thing is gonna progress and get physical. So when I see men like that, I backs off. When I see that you easily be triggered and you got some violent tendencies, you ain't got to worry about me be hanging around, because I don't know what I may say or something like that. And it ain't fear. It's just that I don't want things to escalate and become a life and death situation. I told God, there's a certain individual. I told God, never let me be in a situation where I got to defend myself against him, because it's going to be a sad commentary because somebody dying and it ain't going to be me. Because there are individuals who, when they get mad, they don't see the friendship between you and them. There are some individuals, when they get mad, they don't see the relationship of family. They don't have rationale where they see that you are my friend and we're just having a healthy argument. They don't see that. All they see is that I got to protect myself because of past trauma. And I know what I'm talking about, because individuals have told me this out their mouth. They have told me this out of their mouth because of past trauma and what they had to endure in their life. When they get triggered, they don't care that you're their mother. I'm telling you, when people have told me this, they say, I don't care that you have a relationship with me. I don't care that you're my sister or my brother or my daughter. I don't care. I don't see that. All I see is that I got to protect myself. All because they have been triggered. And they become extremely violent. Them ain't the people that you need to be around. You hear what I say? And a lot of our men are like this today because of the shaping of society, the shaping of the trauma that's in their life. There are a lot of them, high percentage of men out here like this, and they all booed up, and you ignoring the flags. They throwing something across the house and yelling at you, and you ignoring that. Oh, he just passionate. No, he just single. Cause I'm out. Now I don't know how long Brielle was around these individuals. I mean, they said that they were friends. I don't know how long she was around these people. So I'm quite sure she didn't know that these people had these type of tendencies. For the life of me, I can't see how an event where you having a friendly competition escalate to them trying to kill her. And I'm not being insensitive to her family or insensitive to her in this situation. I'm not at all. But if this is the case where somebody's ego got bruised and tried to kill her, that is letting me know that all three of them had some type of mental illness. But, and I'm saying this with all due respect, there could be quite possibly something more to this story. Did she deserve anything that happened to her? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But for somebody to want to, these are acts of passion. There are types of murders where you can see that it was a robbery and it was a quick murder. There are types of attempted murders where you can see it was a self-defense. And there are types of murder of passion. To me, this screams out murder of passion because they had already shot this girl multiple times. And then you turn around and set her on fire and then come back and shoot her one more time. You hate this person at this point. Because what else could this woman do to you after she's sitting there on fire? Ain't that much covering up. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm back and forth because it makes me think something else is to this story. Not that it was her fault, but something else had to have transpired. I'm just saying allegedly. I'm not saying it's true. But that's a lot just for you losing a rap battle. And if that is the case, then most definitely there is some mental illness going on with all three of them. Can you imagine being in a car where all three of these men have intent on killing you? All three of y'all, nobody had a conscience. Nobody said, dude, let's just stop this. Just let her out the car. All three of y'all participated. What's going on with our Black men? Why are you so temperamental? Why does trauma affect you to be violent towards Black women? And not not violent just towards Black women, but violent in general. Why is it that trauma affects Black men to where they cannot articulate that they're mad, that they have to go directly to physicality? Why is that? It seems like there's no reasoning now. And it's like, it's automatic. You feel disrespected and that, who you think you talking to? Oh, you get mixed up. I saw something on social media, social service. This man punched this woman and they were fighting in the street like it was a 10-round boxing match. Just for her to turn around and get back in the car with him and they drive off. No conscience as a man. No conscience as a man. What is happening? It's like these last two generations of men are desensitized. The rationale is desensitized by multiple exposures to mistreatment of women. Multiple avenues of exposures from birth of mistreatment of women to the point to where it is almost the norm. It is almost either you got to do this, or man, or yo, you henpecked, or you gonna let your woman talk to you like that, or you gonna be disrespected like that. I wish my man would. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I love my husband to death. I love him. I love him. But there will never be a time where he's walking out of a situation he didn't put his hands on me. I'm sorry. It just ain't gonna happen. It is just not gonna happen. Do y'all hear me? And y'all can take that to the bank, because as a man, what makes you think that you should be putting your hands on a woman for correction? My days of correction came when I was an adolescent. My rearing and upbringing came when I was an adolescent. You said I was saying why Chinese got slant eyes, or why they got slant eyes, because the reason why they have slant eyes is because of where they are, where they are placed at in the world. It has everything to do with the continent that they are on and closest they are to the equator in the sun. I mean, that's what my professor told me. I'm just like, that's the knowledge that I've gotten. And as you get closer and closer away from the equator in Africa, the pigment, and I'm talking about the beginning of time, y'all. The pigmentation, as the world was being populated, the pigmentation became lighter and lighter, and the melanin became lighter and lighter and lighter. That's why you have different ethnicities, different groups of people. It has nothing to do with, oh, I'm white and I'm black. If you look real good, everybody got an ounce of African culture in them. To be honest, everybody's black. They just don't want to tell y'all. Everybody, and that's my belief. Because if the first person came from Africa, and if the college professors are right, I digress, y'all. If they are correct in saying that the reason why we have so many different many shades of pigmentation is because of mankind begin to migrate away from Africa, begin to migrate in different areas, different populace of the world. If that is the case, then everybody must be black, African. Does that make sense? Even though you were raised and grew up in Europe, your ancestors migrated from Africa, and the longer they are away, and the climate and the weather, the way that it is, the lighter you are. And I can prove that to you myself. Right now, I'm 3 shades darker than I am in the wintertime. It's because of the exposure of the sun that I have more often in the summer than I do in the wintertime. Take your ring off. That proves a point right there. Take your ring off. You see that? Do you see that? You see how that's lighter than that is? It's because that part of my hand has less exposure to the sun. Imagine if the majority of my year I had less exposure to the sun. Imagine where I lived, I had less exposure to the sun. My pigmentation would be lighter. It's a fact. It's common sense. It's common sense. The longer white people stay in Africa, the darker they are. If there are white people in Africa? Sure is. My husband is high yellow. Yes, he got a lot of his people is high yellow. When he gets here to Michigan, he's gonna be even whiter. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna be as close to the sun. That is what I was taught in college and university. That's all I know. Okay. No, I'm not making it up. That's what my professor told me. Matter of fact, let's Google it. Let's see what Google says. I digress a little bit. I'm telling y'all, this is what I was taught. All right, let's see here. Hold on, y'all. So there's several theories that Google is saying. All right, so okay, it says possible theories. Number one, some theories suggest that slant eyes may protect eyes from the harsh environment such as the cold, snowy climate or desert regions with high levels of UV radiation. Didn't I tell y'all that? Okay, well, not verbatim like they said it, but it's alluding to that. The folds could shield the eyes from the snow, blindness, glare, and dust, enhance vision in certain conditions such as light, dense foliage. The folds could create a smaller eye opening, which might improve focus and reduce distraction. It is also possible that the slants may have been an aesthetic preference in certain generations. Random genetic drift. Some scientists believe that the slant may simply be a result of random genetic drift where the trait becomes more common in population over time without a specific evolutionary advantage. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see. One more thing, and then we're going to go on with our story. Okay, it says while some theories suggest it could be an adaptation to environments with harsh sun glares and extreme cold, there are counter arguments. One theory proposes that the epicanthic folds acts as a sun visor to protect the eyes from overexposure for ultraviolet radiation, and so that is what I was saying, that the reason why that in that region, the reason why Asians' eyes are like that, and I don't even know how we got here because it had nothing to do with our story, but it's because of the UV rays in the sun. That is what I was told. All right, so Mr. Urban needs to do a live on this. You think so? Yeah. I bet he don't. I don't know. But this thing, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. This thing right here is really intriguing me because I'm trying to understand the black man's psyche, and not just all black men, but these last 2 to 3 generations of black men. I want to understand y'all. I want to understand y'all. I really want to understand you all because I've seen a turn. I've seen a change. I've seen a hatred grow against black women through propaganda, through black leaders, through social media, through trauma, addictions. I've seen a turn against black women, and I'm trying to figure out why. Because historically, we have been your number one fans. And it's like y'all get enraged. Especially even when we having healthy debates, it's like y'all get enraged. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Ain't nothing like a Pepsi. Pepsi is beating Coke all day long. I'll tell you that right now. Do you hear what I say? What is this? Why do you hate us so much? That you are willing to burn us alive and kill us. That you are willing to drag us through the street and beat us. That you are willing to call and cuss out your daughters and call them every MF in the world as if you are not the parent and the molding factor of this child's life. Your daughter is acting out because this is the trauma. This is the molding. She is the result of your parenting or whoever is parenting her, or what mass influence she's had, what impactful, long-lasting, staining influence she's had. Our children are not coming out like an easy bake oven. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, back in the day, in the 50s, in the 60s, black families were almost carbonated because they all came up with the same rearing. He said, we're not from Africa. Scorpio, I'm not saying me and you from Africa, but our forefathers were. Everybody's from Africa. The first man was from Africa. The first woman was from Africa, Scorp. Therefore, every genetic variation and mutation is from Africa. Okay. I'm mad now because I just looked over here and I was drying my shirt and pants. I had to put it on my bike because I did a whole laundry, a whole load of clothes, and the dryer downstairs was broke, so they all came out damp. And I put it on my bike to dry and left my window open, and now it is storming and raining. Okay. But what's going on, y'all? For real, what is going on? It's like we now have to be protected from our protectors. We now have to be protected from our men. So I'm quite sure this woman felt comfortable enough to be in a car with 3 men, and she's the only female. She had to have felt comfortable unless something else transpired. You see what I'm saying? Because this whole situation still seems odd to me. It still seems weird to me. It still seems weird to me because even if we are cool and we are friends, I just don't see. No, I don't know. I don't know. But being in the car at night with 3 dudes, I don't care if we are friends and cool. Yeah, no. But this generation is a new generation, for real. You know what I'm saying? Even in a healthy debate, you go to talking about somebody's masculinity, or you go to attack, not like attack, but you go to speak your opinion about a decision that a man has made or their belief or ideology, you doggone there and get your head ate off. That's why I got to stand my ground all the time. I got to stand toe to toe. Because at some point, everybody sitting at the table deserves respect, whether you're male or female. You say Google be wrong sometimes. They be wrong a whole lot of times. They be wrong. What are the first bones that the oldest bones in the world that was found were African. Therefore, they're saying that the first woman, the first humankind was black. This is they're saying that the oldest dated skeleton that's on this planet they have somewhere lacquered up in a museum. They're saying it was black. Therefore, they're saying that the first human derived from Africa. Now, a whole other set of bones somewhere in China. That included the bones that we get from Africa. Score. I will tell you this: if you do your Bible, you research your Bible, you will understand that the Garden of Eden was created in Africa. Excuse me. And understand that the Garden of Eden is not anymore, is not still on earth. If it is hidden where mankind cannot find it again. However, the tree of life, we ain't gonna go get that deep. But it talks about Eden being in between the rivers Euphrates. Now, where's the river Euphrates at? Tell me where the river Euphrates is. And if that is the first man, if that's where Adam and Eve were, and they were in a garden between the river Euphrates, tell me where that place is. Go Google it and tell me where it's at. Where's the river Euphrates located? Let's do it together. I can't type fast. Where is the river Euphrates? Hmm. It's in the Middle East, near the Middle East, Western. Wait. It's in the Middle East. And where's the Middle East? Where's Iraq and Iran and Turkey and all of that place? Oh, somebody tell me. Where's that? Uh-huh. And they call it the cradle civilization. Euphrates. It's in the Middle East in the desert. Iran, Turkey, all of that. When you say Middle East, you might as well say Africa. And I learned that. I didn't learn that until I went into undergrad. I was in a I was in a history class, and the man was like, "When you hear the news talk about Middle East, you always thinking about Arabians and Arabic people. Know that that is part of Africa." I got a friend right now, a close friend. She's like a sister. She's Moroccan, right? And in Moroccan, I'm thinking, oh, that's desert, Iran. You disassociated from Africa because she said, no, I'm African. Now, man, you this woman is as white as this piece of paper. I can't see it. She was like, I'm from Morocco. She's like, I'm African. I was like, is it North? Morocco is in North Africa, and she's Moroccan. Beautiful woman, long flowing hair, down past her butt, and she speaks three different languages, French. Don't try to tie me to Africa. I won't. Don't worry about Scorpio. I'm not. She speaks three different languages. Arabic. She speaks French and another language, but she's from South Africa. Do you hear what I say? And they said when you hear the news talking about soldiers went over to the Middle East, you thinking they over there? You know what I'm saying? That you thinking Iraq is somewhere far, 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 far away from Africa, but it's not. Okay. But anywho, we went all the way around. Okay, I'm not gonna tie you to Africa. I'm not Scorp. I'm not. We went all the way around the mulberry bush. What I'm saying is something has molded and shaped our black men to feel irritated and disgusted, or they don't value us anymore. They don't consider us valuable. They have no respect for us. And I'm just trying to figure out why that is. He said, my folks was nappy headed Indians. All right. Hey, I'm not. I got black. I told you I got Blackfoot Indian in me. If you look at my facial, if you look at me in my structure, you will see they are indigenous to Blackfoot Indians. Let me tell y'all something right now. I hate to see this Pepsi go. You were good while you lasted, Pepsi, and I'm gonna miss you. But I cannot consume you anymore because my husband texted me and told me that I he texted me. I said, babe, on a gain weight. He said, don't tell me you eating again. I'm like, am I not supposed to eat? He loved me, but he told me I am only to eat watermelon and apples for dinner. He's like, you got to lose some of that weight, and he's not saying it for aesthetic reasons. He's saying it for my health reasons because he know I'm diabetic. It's all y'all fault. It's really y'all fault. Scorpio only called me one time and told me to get up exercise. You only called me one time to tell me to get up exercise. Y'all allow me to eat unhealthy on his lives. Y'all allow me, just like you sat there and allowed me to consume this Pepsi. And nobody said it's too much sugar. Nobody said nothing. Nobody is saying absolutely nothing to me. For I'm blue up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you said we got big round faces. Yeah, it's y'all fault. And I'm gonna tell them it's my subscribers' fault. No, Scorp, that's what he said. He was like, oh my God, please, I beg, you must get fit. You must be holding to your diet, please, I beg. And he ain't lying because my body has been reacting to what the heck I've been putting in it. Jesus, see all this indigestion and stuff? It ain't good, and I've been tired, lethargic. My body been aching, and it's been retaining fluid. I got to get on my bike. I have to get on it, but I ain't gonna be tonight, for real, for real. I'm telling y'all what I'm telling y'all. I cannot afford to gain no more weight. I have to lose this weight that I've put on. I don't put on at least 5 pounds, 5 to 10 pounds. I have to come off of it. It is imperative because I have to be able to climb my husband like a tree. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? It's imperative. I got stuff to do. Do y'all hear what I say? SBK is in the house. SBK, did you know that it was your day? You know what I'm saying? It's you a Scorpio's day. Yeah, it's your day. I got a call and it's like, hey, did you know it was SBK day? I was like, no, I didn't know it. It's like, it is. Turn on the news. I said, okay. And sure enough, across the screen, it said today is Scorpio's SBK day. I was flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted. So let's just kind of get a synopsis of what we were talking about today. And I think I'm gonna keep on laying on this for a while. I may be doing a couple of series because I don't understand for real what's going on with our men. The last 3 generations of our men. What's really baffling me about this story is that all 3 of them men were like-minded. And that woman did not have not one advocate within the group of those 3 men that did that to her. You mean to tell me out of all 3 of these men, nobody had a conscience? You mean to tell me out of all 3 of these men, you mean to tell me all 3 of your egos was bruised so bad that you wanted to do bodily harm to this woman? What is going on with our men? What is going on with our men? Is it some type of fail in society? Is it that you cannot and I'm saying this as loosely as I possibly can, is it that you feel, and I know I'm getting ready to speak way off the spectrum, and then I'm gonna bring us back in, okay? So just follow me, okay? Is it that as Black men, some kind of way you feel like you have failed in society, or that you are not as good as your counterpart, or that you feel like you are not the king within your culture or with your women anymore, and you feel some obligation to prove that to us on a daily basis? Was it that your ego got so bruised by this woman so bad? You understand what I'm saying? Was it a respect issue? I don't know. What could have it been that made you want to feel murderous toward this woman? That you burnt her alive and shot her. Does Black men feel like they have lost in society, and that they have to project that failure, or project that anger or frustration that they have with the world or the man onto Black women? Because I'm just trying to understand where all of this disrespect and all of this hatred and all of this physicality and anger and resistance is coming from. Is it from past childhood trauma? Is it the parenting or the rearage that our Black men are getting? What is it? What is it? Men are not being men anymore. You're not. They have took off the hat of protector and have put on the hat of the offender. And I know it to be true. And the reason why I say 3 generations, I can remember being in a relationship when I was younger. And I was grown at this point, I believe. I was grown. Yeah. I want to say I was out of high school. This individual was abusive. I was like freshly out of high school, maybe a year and a half or 2 years out, something like that. And I literally, and I can remember this thing, and it broke my heart because I thought that I was in a situation where I was being chased. Y'all, excuse me. Yeah, we all family here. Okay, I had to scratch. I was in a situation where I was being chased through this neighborhood, and I'm not talking about somebody chasing me with a car. They were literally running and chasing me. Okay. And I was running through the alley trying to get away from this person. I was in fear. And I run past this individual, and I'm thinking, oh, quite surely he's going to call the police, or he's going to help me. This is a man. He sees a woman running. Do you know this man yelled out, "Hey, dog, go get that bee." No help. The dude caught up with me and put me in a headlock and was getting ready to do me much harm. A woman came and rescued me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? The fear that I must have felt. A headlock. I could not get out of that hole. You understand what I'm saying? And in my mind, because the era that I was raised in. Now, mind you, yeah, I saw my mom get beat, but I also just thought that that somebody would protect me. That men will protect. I thought that men were protectors. The betray, and I know I'm being really dramatic right now and being really, just whimsical, whatever you want to call it. But when I heard him say, go get that beat, something died in me. I was like, oh my God, there is nobody to help me because he wants me hurt too. It's like why is our black men turning on us? We don't got nobody to save us. We don't got nobody to rescue us. The man who's supposed to protect us is now against us. So now we got society after us. We got other females who are against us. And now we got our black men who are against us. Nobody is here to save the black woman but the black woman themselves. Yourself. And y'all ask and y'all wonder why we are so aggressive and why we're so independent and why we're so voiceful and why we're so this and so that and why we are so masculine, because men are not protecting our femininity like you're supposed to. And I know I'm telling the truth. I can't look to you to protect me, but I can look to you to burn me, to shoot me 7 times and then turn back around while I'm on fire and shoot me again. You hear what I say? And you're wondering why, and we're wondering why society, it's like the genders are switching roles. And we sit here watching it with our own eyes. You know what's happening? Society and the powers that be and those who control what comes into our household are molding black men, are weaponizing black men to harm the culture within itself. They are sending a Trojan horse. Do y'all know the story of the Trojan horse? And how the weapon was inside the Trojan horse and how they loaded that thing up and moved it into the territory of the enemy as if they were all good and good and good, just to weaponize it, to tear it down from within. You're going to demasculate our men through the prison system and through drug addiction and through influences that you see in this world and the glam and sell drugs to your community and make this money and glamorize it. You're going to mold their ideology. You're going to change them. You're going to make them not a valuable instrument in society. You're going to dehumanize them. You're going to make them hard and bitter at life. And then you're going to turn them around and release them back into the household to tear it up. Because now we can't deal with what you done did to our black men. Through prison, drug addiction, the military, chemicals. We can't deal with our children, our black children. Our little bombs on 8 seconds in the classroom. I see it. They are destructive. And it's still what they're eating. I know I'm telling the truth. They are weaponizing our black men and to some extent our black women. They are telling us that we don't need each other to thrive and survive because they don't want the family nucleus to be strong. They don't want black Americans to be strong. They don't want us to have strong families and produce strong children, to produce a strong generation of black people. They don't want it. So they're tearing it down. They're weaponizing us against each other, and nobody is saying a doggone word and ain't even trying to prevent it. You allowing your young women to think they got to be whorish. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling, and I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. A group of women walk in a room with a group of men, and you tell me what they're thinking about these women. They come to whores. Oh, ain't none of them women on my level. Oh, them women can't do nothing for me. Oh, they for the streets. They laugh at us. We become their mortal enemy just by walking in the room. Why is that? Why is that the first response? You looking for flaws instead of looking for something valuable. Instead of a man looking at it on first impression, a group of women walking in the room, the first thing a man gonna do, some of them, not all of them, is look for the flaws in a woman instead of looking at the value of them. Why is that? Who trained you to be that way? The Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. A group of women walk into a room of a group of guys. In their mind, they're trying to oppress these men. In their mind, they're already questioning, do I look good enough to get this man's attention? Am I good enough for them? What do I got to do to get their attention? Am I preaching, SBK? Why are we like this when we were innately built for each other? I want y'all, and I feel something when I said that. I ain't saying I feel God, but I feel something when I said that. Why do you think that is? If a group of black people, men and women, were congregated on one continent and we were all compatible for each other and we were just fine growing our kingdoms and we were all kings and queens. Excuse me for being a little bit militant, but y'all know I got a bit of Muslim in my heritage. Why is that when we come over to through slavery over to this English world, we now got to compete against each other? We now are competing to be with the person we were before. Because that's how they ordained and straightened it to be. That's why. Do you hear what I say? And I know what I'm talking about. Do you hear what I say? They are weaponizing our men against our women. Some of them. Be careful. Step back and evaluate a situation. Men and women. We are so quick to dismiss one another. Step outside our culture. I'm sorry, I said it. I'm sorry, I said it. Y'all forgive me. I could be. Forgive me. Forgive me in this live. Forgive me in this live tonight. You're gonna look over this queen for somebody who don't even care about you. They care about what you got. Because you have been so weaponized through society and outward external influences to look over us. You ain't paying where you eating at. You understand what I'm saying? You want to silence us. Oh, you know what? The black women ain't nothing. They always angry and evil and hateful and all of this stuff. Why? He ain't nothing, y'all. He ain't nothing. I ain't got time for him. You demasculating your men, and the men are robbing, are not protecting the women. You're not respecting our femininity. You're not even respecting us as a women. Some men, not all men. You're not even respecting us as women now. You're looking at us as cum rags and whores. And in your mind, some men, not all men. And in your mind, you feel like because this chick over here got a lower percentage of melanin, that she's somehow intellectually better than this queen over here. Now, this queen gonna take the dope bag and hide it for you. They're gonna lie to the police and do time for you. But nobody gonna lie on you and send you to jail. You hear what I say? This is orchestrated. They're weaponizing men to hate black women. They're doing this in a subtle way. The music that you listen to every 5 bars, they call it a woman a B. They're glorifying how they can just sleep with you and throw you away. They're glorifying how they're telling you not to share your wealth with your queen. They're telling you not to share your substance with the woman who's rolled with you. They're telling you to be dismissive of us. And if they play it over and over and over and over again, it becomes a habit in your life. If you view it over and over and over again, it becomes a tradition, and you pass that verbiage and that ideology onto your children because you sit your little Ray Ray and Pookie baby in the car in the high seat and you blast that music. And they come up in my class reciting it to me, but they think that the number 1 is the color red. And you wonder why Pookie and Ray Ray grows up to hate women. And then you got your Kevin Samuels running around here. Speaking ideology against the only thing that done stood by you since the beginning of time, and that's a black woman. And y'all spew, y'all hate, or y'all don't know nothing. Here y'all go again, blah, blah, blah. Why is that? And again, I give the analogy of me just walking in the room or walking up in your chat, and you immediately begin to spew disingenuous, passive-aggressive assaults, verbal assaults. And all I did was walk in the room. Because you have been weaponized to dislike me. They are making you believe that the black woman is your trigger. You better believe it. You better believe it. You know what's really bothering me? This story really bothered me, and it brought up some of the things that I was discussing in the past live. You got 3 black men in the car that murdered and set this girl on fire and then shot her again because she out-rapped them in a rap battle. That's what's really bothering me. You tried to kill this woman. You burnt this woman because she outdid you in a rap battle. 3 men stayed on course, stayed with the same ideology, the same objective to take this woman's life. But they did not succeed. There's either more to the story, or all of them have some type of mental illness, or all of them just was just egotistic and narcissistic. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not just gonna say black men. Women have been weaponized too. Society has weaponized us too. They are pitting us against each other for a reason. You don't see this. You do not see this in our white counterparts. You don't see this. You don't see it. You're gonna see white couples walking around commercials. You're gonna see them skipping around in wheat fields. You're gonna see them falling all over each other, loving and smiling, selling glasses. You're gonna see them sitting at the counter eating yogurt, selling yogurt. You're gonna see them lifting up their kids and twirling them around and kissing them. You're gonna see them on TikTok doing little dance numbers together and playing little pranks on each other. You ain't gonna see now. You may see some, but the ratio is very, very different. If some black man cheating on a black woman on TikTok, some type of trilogy or some type of prank, or somebody arguing and fighting over a baby daddy, I see it all, and they're constantly running this stuff. I cannot even recall a situation, and I know they're out there, but me personally, I cannot recall a situation or a skit or trilogy of a white person fighting another white person over a white baby daddy. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. Do you know why Dr. Umar's story is so heavily prevalent on YouTube right now? For one, I believe he's a fraud, allegedly. But two, why is he in the algorithm? Why is it that some shows, some content creators like myself and Urban and SBK and so how is it sometimes hard for us to be in the algorithm? And why is it others are in the algorithm and all they're doing is beefing and cussing folks out? Why are they heavily in the algorithm? I know this is good when I'm in the algorithm, when I'm not, because my views go up. And that don't mean that 1,000 people that came to view my channel. That means that they have made my videos and put it in the face of 1,000 people. 1,000 people that came and searched you for nothing. They done made you available for thousands of people because you're in the algorithm. So who is pushing the narrative? Queen, those type of men are savages. We got to stop the programming that all men are subject to, that contributes to bad behavior. All men are not. But those that are impressionable and I'm going to say this, and don't y'all get mad at me, those who have had experiences in their early childhood of poor parenting and traumatic situations and poverty and failures in life are prone to be the most susceptible to weaponizing, to bad scenarios making a long-lasting imprint on them, or bad propaganda making a long-lasting, or even shaping them and influencing them. Those type of men. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got a man that all they know is they live in a trap house and they uncle sell dope and beat women all day, and they got a bottom chick at the house. You know what I'm saying? And I know a family, the whole family is on welfare. The whole family, generation after generation, and they teach them how to go get on welfare because they all survived. Nobody ever told them to go get an education. And I'm telling you, it's like 5 generations and they all on welfare. Nobody told them that this is not okay, and this is for temporary for those who need help. Nobody told them to go get their education. Those people are, and I'm not being racist, but those people are highly influenced because they got a chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? The turmoil in your life, you're glorifying it. Bad programming. Bad programming. Bad programming. When you turn on your TV, do you have control? You have control of what's coming on these networks. When you turn on TikTok, initially, do you have control on what you see? No. You can click on it and say, hey, I don't want to see this no more. You can. But it has already presented itself to you. If you hover on certain videos for so long, after a while, you're going to see about 5 or 10 of those same type of videos, the same content. Who is doing that? You gotta ask yourself that question. Anybody hungry for money might do anything, and they just might. So you got all this bad programming in these 3 or 4 different generations of black men and women, and then you put them all in the same room with each other. You know why women fight other women? Because they feel like they got to compete against them because I'm the big dog, you ain't. I'm better than you. It's something about you that I just don't like. You know, I'm mature and retarded, and I'm dealing with a situation right now. I'm trying to figure out why this individual don't like me. I ain't never did nobody. Actually, I've been supportive of them. And I'm gonna come out and say it, and then they got nothing to be about me tooting my own horn or anything like this. Because the way my life's set up, It is not in comparison to their life. I'm just saying, financially, it's just not. It's a truth. But it's all about your talents and abilities. Sometimes people can be jealous of your talents and abilities, and they just don't like you because you can figure stuff out. You know, I can articulate myself. Some people, they don't like it because you think you're better than somebody. No, I just know how. I just refuse to be a certain way. So now you don't like me. So now you're gonna take out vengeance on me. Now you're gonna be a certain way towards me because you just don't like me. You got to bring me down a notch. Like you're gonna actually bring my intellect down. Like you're gonna wipe away all of the knowledge that I've obtained. It ain't gonna happen. But you breaking your neck to do it. Why is that? Because nobody told you that two queens can actually coexist together. That it's okay if you did, and it's okay that I'm gonna respect you and uplift you and support you in every way because I'm so proud of you. But you can't see that. All you see is that's my competition. She doing this and doing it. She thinks she's something. She ain't. I gotta bring her down a notch. Ain't did nothing but supported you. It's the programming. My mother raised me to respect all. My mother raised me to be an island all by myself. My mother raised me that I got this crown on my head and ain't nobody gonna take it off. And guess what? I got 4 or 5 crowns in my bag that I want to put on your head too, and we can all walk and reign together. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. I'm gonna always look at somebody. I'm gonna always look at a woman and see the best in them and see what their value is. I'm not looking at a woman to tear them down. That's just how I'm made up. I don't like it. But we are programmed as women to be catty. How you gotta ask yourself that. You gotta ask yourself that. So our men have been weaponized, and this is just what happened. Allegedly, they're saying that this woman bruised these people's egos so bad. She was so talented that the men thought that she was some type of threat, metaphorically, and tried to kill her. That is a doggone shame. A sad commentary. And when I heard the story, it was almost unbelievable. That's why I had to come and cover it tonight. Because it was just almost unbelievable. I could not believe that 3 grown alpha male men, or whatever you want to call them, tried to kill this woman over a rap battle. You hear what I say? Sad commentary. Nobody was there to protect her. Nobody was able to protect her. Remember this woman's name. Her name is Brielle Saunders. You can do your own research on her. It's an old story, but I had to recover it and I had to bring something to light. And I'm gonna keep asking myself this question until it get out of my system. I'm gonna keep talking about stories like this until it get out of my system. Because I want to figure out what is going on with our Black men that you feel that you got to be this defensive towards Black women. Hey, sweet Rita, I said nothing but love your way. You said, Queen, those dudes are weaklings. They are weaklings. They are. I get an attitude. I come to be your counterpart. Every time I come on your page, SBK, your channel, your live, I come to be your counterpart. I come to bring something to your chat. And this ain't saying nothing about bad about your channel, but I come to bring who Queen to Queen is to your chat. I come to bring my highly educated, valuable self to my brother's channel and rock with him. That's when I come to do that. That's my intention. I'm not your enemy. And I'm not saying that you're saying this, but I'm saying this in general. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I go to any male channel that I consider a friend, I come to bring value. I don't come to bring contentment. And I don't expect to receive contentment or verbal assassinations when I show up, when I pull up. Because I'm coming to uplift and support my kings. Do you hear what I say? I don't just pull up to everybody's channels. If I come into your channel, it's some interest there. And I see something in you that is pulling me that way. I'm subscribed to tons of people, but I don't always pull up because I done pulled up and I ain't like what I see. And I'm like, nah, I can't rock with that. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't holding up to my morals and values. You understand what I'm saying? Do you hear what I say? My whole sometimes by showing up is to let you know that there's some woman on the planet that is rooting for her black man. And I know I am a oddity, I am a myth, a low percentage, but there are black women out here who adore their black men. And I get off by seeing my man be walk in the kingship. I get off. I love it. I want to see a king rule. I want to see you treat your women correctly. That does it for me. You understand what I'm saying? Abrasive language and abrasive verbiage, it actually shows your draws. It actually exposes you to the weak man that you are. That you got to use all type of abrasive verbiage to prove your masculinity. And when I see that, you know what I immediately say? Oh, something is broken in here. Because a king don't treat a queen like that. They asked me, why you go get your man? Somebody on here said, why did she got to go all the way to Nigeria to find her man? Because my king treated me like a queen. And he nurtured me the way that I needed to be nurtured. He was able to get into the soft parts of me and bring me back to my femininity. And he did that without disrespecting me. Do you hear what I say? Your masculinity is not how abrasive and how jaw-shocking you can be, but it's how you see me and respect me. And in that respect, you're going to get my submission. I'm submissive to my man because he respects me as a queen. I listen to what he says because he shows me that he values me. And when he say leave it, I'll leave it. When he say we ain't talking about it no more, we ain't talking about it no more. Because he respects me. He has never cussed at me. He ain't never been dismissive of me. He values my opinion. He don't think that I'm manipulating, and he lets me know. He already set the foundation. I know a man when I see a man. Trust and believe me. I ain't trying to manipulate or deceive my man because that's a turnoff for me. I don't know what nobody else is behind. This is a real black woman right here. I'm a real black queen. I'm a real black woman. And I'm rocking with a real black man. So when I see a real black man, oh, you got yourself a stalker. Because I'm going to stalk you. I'm attracted to that type of energy. You ain't less than a man because you acknowledge me or acknowledge my opinion or you space to kick myself. That's why I try to be I try to be. I ain't mastered that SBK. I haven't mastered it yet because I know I tend to overtalk, but I'm working on it because that's what SBK. You have indirectly pronouncing my vowels. I know I'm not pronouncing my vowels, but you have indirectly trained me how to behave on your channel because you gave me my time to speak. And then when I realize I've spoken, I draw back and let somebody else talk. Because that's how you run your show. And you ain't did it in no nasty way. You see what I'm saying? You can be a man without being abrasive. And disrespectful and derogatory. You ain't got to tell me 15 times that I ain't this and I ain't that and this and that and y'all just and y'all this. You sound unintelligent when you speak that way. To me, when men start talking like that to me, you sound unintelligible because who in their right mind generalizes everybody with the same attributes and traits and characteristics? Who does that? Because every single one of us genetically on this planet is different. You got to know that. So when I hear that generalization, you automatically become unintelligent to me. And then I start dissecting you in my mind to figure out what makes you click and make you think like that. You become a case study to me. Yeah, SBK, I know you do. I know. I know you do. That's why I rocks with you. That's why I rocks with you. Yeah, we are twin flames. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, we read it. I see that. And a lot of people don't like to hear that. But I see it in him. Very respectful. He's a template. He's a template. People need to be following him. He's a template. And a lot of men don't like it. I know they don't. But he's a template. That's how it's supposed to be. Women should feel safe coming to your channel. Women should feel safe coming up on your panel. Women should feel safe and respected. And they are. No, I'm not coming out when you're getting ready to, when I know you about to try to disregard or devalue or manipulate or twist and turn what I'm going to say. No, I'm not coming up there. I ain't coming up there. For what? You up here taking notes of how you going to undermine what I'm saying when I ain't speaking nothing but facts and truth. I don't have the energy like that. It's never a healthy conversation when you see two black people going at it. Now, there is a time for healthy debate. It is interesting to figure out when you're debating on two opposite sides of a matter. There's nothing wrong with a healthy debate. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. When you got two people with two different points of view, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can do that without tearing down your queen and your king. You don't have to attack my gender or make my gender the reason why I'm this way or wrong. It has nothing to do with gender. It's just your ideology and your difference of opinion. You got a whole page of notes where you getting ready to tear me down because you over here trying to figure out how to defraud me. You are not my protector. You the Trojan horse. You a weapon. And getting off by doing it. No. Am I telling the truth, sweet Rita? What's happening to our black men? They're being weaponized to hate the black woman. I feel like I need a drum and some incense behind me or something. I need another Pepsi. Ain't nothing. Listen, they got the red, white, and blue on this thing right here. Because they're probably going to give you, if you have 10 of these, you got diabetes. But I'm just saying. It's a Trojan horse. It's a Trojan horse. You hear me? Y'all want to know why the condoms is named Trojan? Because they got a little package on the inside that can take you out. No. You have for that. You hear what I say? You hear what I say? Uh-huh. This, y'all, come on, y'all. Y'all gotta know Pepsi is better than Coke. Fun fact, did y'all know they used to have a percentage of cocaine in Coke back in the day? Yep, Google it. You said fact, sweet reader, my sewing machine don't talk. Yeah, I'm telling y'all support Score because y'all go on my channel and just see. You said I stick to being Mandingo. Some people got ahead of themselves and lost support. Woo, I said, you always coming in on the tail end. How you doing? I said what I said. You got to go back. You got to go back and watch the show. It was really good. And I enjoyed your live too as well. The other day I said what I said. Y'all go support these channels. Y'all moderators go ahead. Well, I think everybody in here is subscribed to each other. You know. But if you just so happen not to be, y'all go and subscribe to each other. Don't forget to drop your cash up in here because you never know who may come through and be a blessing. Y'all support the channel, $CLAYLING. Yeah, this is a good one. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, since when do our black men become the offender and not our protectors? But it's been happening over a period of time. I mean, there was a time where our men would go to the battle line and fight and protect the village. Now we are turning around our swords onto the women. They tearing us down. Every time we turn around, they tearing us down. We can't do nothing right. Why is that? I want to talk about that some more. I want to talk about that some more. SBK, feel free. Feel free. You can cover this. You can cover this topic again. Why is black men considered a weapon now towards black women? What has weaponized our black men towards our black women? I can't believe explain these ninjas. We got to walk around in fear. There was a time when you could walk through your neighborhood and you knew that big pun or a big D on the corner had your back. You could send your daughter to the liquor store because you knew, even though they was out there slanging that dope, you knew that they was going to protect your little child, make sure she got to the store and back. No, long as Pookie and them was on the corner, you knew you was gonna be okay. So nobody better not mess with Miss Campbell because you know the hood is coming because we protect our people. Now you gotta lock your doors from Ray and them. They ain't protecting the hood no more. I was raised up in a community where we knew you was doing something, but we protected our own. You couldn't come in the neighborhood without addresses. You couldn't come in there right. And this is a fact. You could not come in on the north end without paying your dues. You couldn't just walk up over here because you was going to meet the welcoming committee. But now it's like all hands on deck. Everybody is out to get everybody. I'm just going to ask if I could use your episodes for it. You can use every last piece of it if you want to, SBK. I don't mind. They knew not to mess with Sister Mary. That was my mama's name. They knew not to mess with Sister Mary because Sister Mary, she prayed for the hood. She fed the hood. If you was on the run, you hid in Sister Mary's house. So you knew not to come up in my house. You know what I'm saying? I would wake up and there would be a prostitute sleeping on my couch. Talking about that's my goddaughter. But now, they done broke us down to a level to where now we are mortal enemies of each other. And everybody's suspicious of one another. Everybody's secluding their household. I thank God for my neighbor. I've been here for almost 15 years and he been my neighbor. We look out for each other. We and I talk all the time, but when we see each other, he said, "I'm making sure you good. I got your back," and that feels good. As a black woman, my husband is 1,000 away. I can depend on him to watch my back, and I got a couple more dudes and goons. You know, I keep the goons around me. I keeps them around me to make sure I'm okay. They call and check in. You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Okay, good. If I can pick it, they're 10 minutes away. I need your help. Come now. You see what I'm saying? My brother, my biological brother, he is the last resort. I call him when I gotta throw the cap up in because he gonna probably do it with some time, and we trying to keep him away from that. So I only call him when it's a life and death. We don't even call if we can get out of it and make it. Still don't call him. You understand what I'm saying? You said I can't click on Sweet Rita's channel. Oh, you got to make it live score some kind of way because it ain't turning blue. You know what I'm saying? They done broke down the community. They done broke us the way down to where we're more enemies, can't stand each other. We're contentious towards each other. We don't got each other's backs. So that's why I'm single. You can't trust these dudes. No. I said what I said. You proving my point. This is a byproduct of what's been happening to the genders, to our black community. I said what I said. It's not against you or anything like that. But listen to the statement. She said, "That's why I'm single. You can't trust these dudes." And I'm assuming she's speaking from past experiences and treatment. So now she feels like she cannot trust these dudes these days. And who is benefiting from that? Let's step back. Who's benefiting from this black, beautiful queen not trusting these dudes this day? Because if she so happened to ran across somebody that she could trust it. If she could trust somebody and build a strong family foundation, who would that benefit? Our community. Who would not benefit from that? Our counterparts who don't look like us. How long have they been running this play? For centuries. When have they been seeing the results? It has finally came to full fruition these last 3 generations. They began breaking down the black nucleus, the black family for 500 years ago. And they've been working really hard on the first thing they did was take our language away, how we communicate. Then they began to rape our men in front of us and beat the men in front of us and demasculate our men and rape our women and train us that we have no value but to be a servant and not a consumer. And when that way and that tool wasn't popular no more, they began to do it indirectly through social media and through opportunities and through segregation and through so many different avenues, but it is the same ideology and the same agenda. We got to break down the black family. We got to break down their sense of community amongst each other. We got to break it down because we do not want the core to be strengthened. We don't want them to be strong within their community. So we got to have them being mistrusting towards each other. We got to give the black man a better option than the black woman. And we got to make it seem like it is better. The grass is greener on the other side. Some kind of way we got to turn them away from their black women. Some kind of way we got to turn the black woman away from the black man and make them weaponize against each other. How can we do that? Come on. How can we do that? Our black men are behaving just the way that they intended them to behave. Our black women who are impressionable and weak in their mind are behaving just the way they intended them to behave and just how they molded them to behave. This is not no coincidence. This ain't no coincidence. Every chance and this ain't no dig. But my husband asks me every chance he get, because he's watching TikTok and all this stuff. He said, "Why do your men treat you like this? I don't understand this. Please, I beg, tell me. Why do they do that?" He don't understand it. And it can be the same way. Why do women treat men the way that they do? Why do we got to go whoring about and being manipulative and trying to take what they have? Why? What? You hear what I say? You hear what I say? If there will ever become a day, and I'm about to wrap this thing on up, if there ever will become a day when we can stand as a people and begin to turn inwardly and begin to value each other again, it is not going to be nothing that they can do with us. You understand what I'm saying? The strongest culture in the world. They've been trying to break us down and dilute us since the dawn of time. I ain't going to say since the dawn of time, but I am going to say since at least about 500 to 600 years. They've been trying to dilute us. Y'all help me for real. Because every time I got this right here. This a weapon too. It's a weapon. I feel like getting in my car in the middle of the night and going to get me another one, but I'm not going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But y'all help me. Somebody better help me. I'm throwing a cap up in the air. SOS. I need to stop eating sugar. Because my husband told me, please, I beg, please. Please. He like me juicy, but he ain't trying to get me to be. I done got too juicy. You said the deer and protecting black women. The deer and practicing black women. Protect the deer and protecting black women. You said, Queen, that is liquid sugar. It is liquid sugar. I said what I said. It is. I'm confessing. It is liquid sugar. It's nothing but liquid sugar, honey. I know it is. It's the best liquid sugar. Don't let it be cold and slushy. Help me today. You don't believe I'll protect black women. I know you protect black women. You protect us. I see you protect us. I see you. I see you. I see you, SBK. I see you. And I can tell, I ain't going to say that because it may trigger you to start acting that way again. I ain't going to say nothing. But I see you. I see you. I see you. And that's why I rock with you. That's why I rock with you. Because sometimes I just need men to make sense. And women too. I'm going to need you to make common sense. And I'm going to need you to, for real, have a real conversation with us. As not just became men in general. I'm going to need you to stop that, because how can we get along? How can we make this relationship better if we don't put our cards on the table, when if you don't become vulnerable with us? And if you don't talk for real with us, and if we don't become vulnerable, you talk for real, how can we better the situation? I don't want you to gaslight me. Stop gaslight me. Stop not acknowledging what I bring to the table, because I'm going to always acknowledge what you bring to the table. But what you're not going to do is to dilute me. And that ain't going to happen. No, I don't see you doing it online when you are around certain people. Oh, I said what I said. I told you, we're not saying that in front of him. We're not gonna say that in front of him. I said what I said. We're not gonna say that in front of him. We're not saying that, okay? Because we see it. Don't we see it? We see it. I said what I said. But I also see him going, I see him plowing a new trajectory and I like it. Okay? You said people be trying to turn SBK out. Yeah. I love back when my mama and daddy would raise and hunt me if I did. Ooh, Lord have mercy. You said hunt. Hunt. He don't fall for it. I know he don't. I tell y'all again, it's a turn off when I see a black man attack a black woman for sheer gender. It's a turn off to me. Because if I'm telling you right now, if you have your woman to roll around, to roll over with you, a dog on there, jump out a window. Because we bad, baby. You hear me? Now, my husband, I can text my husband and it'll take him 20, 30 minutes to text me back, or an hour. He can text me, and if I don't text back in the next 2 seconds, he dog on there flying over here. Because he need that engagement from me. Because it's something about me that he need. He don't want me to disappear on him. Because he's anchored to me now. My husband said, I draw from you. He said, I draw strength from you. He said, you my strength. He needs you. Every black man need a good black woman. I said it. Now, there's some white ones out there. If you fall in love with a white chick, hey, I'm all for it. But every man need a good, strong black woman. Because we know the insides of you, because it's inside of us, because we the same. You said I said what I said. There is no sense in going back and forth with those who don't share my same opinions. I have opinions, but I am not going to roll around with people online. Some folks just troll on purpose. They do it on purpose. They do it to create conflict and controversy and have a good conversation. I'm all for a good hot debate. I am, but just don't disrespect me. That's all. That's all. And then it's gonna turn into something else. Men like that have been rejected. Men like that, yeah, that's what it is. Somewhere down the line, somebody rejected them, and they beating they drum and forming a format of contentment. I love liquid sugar. I got to get away from this thing, y'all. I don't know what it is. And I see myself going on this rabbit hole. And I'm like, I can't do this. And I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'm getting on my bike. But I've been working so hard. Y'all pray for me. I want y'all to pray for me because something has transpired. And sometimes things are not predictable. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pray for me. I'm praying that this thing work out. But as an educator, things become unpredictable. And as things unfold, I will be making y'all fully aware. A lot of times people don't, they're like, please don't, you ain't supposed to be doing all that. You ain't supposed to. I'm very transparent. So if y'all see things, I'm just very transparent. That's just how I am. So y'all just, keep me in prayer because, just keep me in prayer. So just keep me in prayer. Please, y'all, just keep me in prayer. Keep me in much prayer. All I can say at the end of the day, God don't never switch up on me. And I ain't worried about the situation because God got my back. He ain't never let me down. You said I started drinking water and those sodas will be too sweet. Yeah, now listen, you're absolutely right. I said what I said. Now, I don't drink a lot of pop all the time, but when I get a taste for it, I binge on it. I'm telling you right now, this is probably the most pop I have drunk in a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Like almost a year. And I don't drink pop because I'm a diabetic, so I don't. And 9 times out of 10, I smoke the fizz. So sometimes I do the what you call that? The water, the carbonated water. But I found out that it has some things in it that's not good for your blood too as well. So I stopped drinking that because I noticed that and I'm not going to be graphic, but when I would drink those, dang, what do you call it? Carbonated water. You know what I'm saying? The no sugar carbonated water. It would make me. It would make things heavier than what it should be. So I knew something was in it. So it affects the blood. So I stopped drinking that, and I felt tons better after I stopped. And then I googled it, and of course it said the same thing that I was suspecting. So I stopped drinking it. But they're saying it's just better to go ahead and drink a pop, because even the sugar in there has sugarlose in it, and sugarlose is nothing but sugar too. And then zero sugar. It on the back you'll see it'll say negotiable sugar level. That means that the FDA has considered the amount of sugar that's in it to be non-detectable and traceable, but it's still sugar in there. So you might as well just go ahead. But I have indulged today. You're right, I have indulged. So I won't be drinking nothing else but water. But I generally drink water, bottled water. I generally do. You said that was a whole 2 liters. This is not no 2 liters. How much is this? Let me see. This is 1.25 liters. They have it at Walmart. It was like 125. Look, 125 for 2.5 liters. Listen, it's not no 2 liter. Don't you do me like that. What no 2 liter? Sure. You said some men can talk that stuff if he got his. Come on, yeah, you know that. And my thing is, if your wife decided to leave you today, you be on here crying, telling me, y'all help me, I'm going in therapy. Not no 2 liter. That sugar-free drinks are worse than, yeah, they are. And they telling you that. Anybody that's coming on here, we're just about wrapping up the show. So if you want to hear me talking about the subject matter, that's because I just spent an hour and a half talking about it. Okay, so you gotta go back to the beginning. And thank you for your support. Yeah, this I don't care. I spent all day drinking on this. I ain't just drinking on the live. It was about right here for the live. I was sipping it. And since we going ahead and confessing, Oreo got a new cookie out, and I did buy a pack of that. Okay, the name on the Oreo, whoever like Oreos, the name on the package is Selena Gomez, and it's like a creamy cinnamon filling. And I'm gonna tell you, it's the devil. It's the devil. I did buy a pack of that, and I was saying to myself, well, this Pepsi, you gotta go get some lightly salted chips to go with the Pepsi. So I did get a bag of that. And what y'all gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? I didn't eat the whole bag. I shared with my class. Okay, I got a little bit left, but I'm just saying, help me, God. Help me. My husband is gonna take, when I tell you, he's gonna be so mad. But we're not gonna tell him, okay? We're not gonna tell him. You said you ain't getting no. Oh, you lie. I told him, look, Squirt. I was like, you gonna walk away from the plane? I said, you see how big I got. Please, y'all. What I'm gonna do? Okay, now SBK, how can I get this extra stuff? How can I get it off me really fast? I was thinking about going back to the intermittent fasting, but I don't even know if I got the willpower to do that. Oh, the Pepsi is gone. It's gone. I want another one. I ain't gonna lie. He said, oh my God, the diabetic knows about that sugar snack. Come on. It's like some type of urge. I'm finna drink me some water. Lord Jesus, I want me another one of these. I want one. I can roll over in the middle of the night and sip on it. And roll back over and go to sleep. It's gone now. You said put those daggum 1.5 downs to start. Oh, you got your mouth smart tonight. Okay. I'm gonna try. Okay, the first thing is stop the pop. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. I do got some popsicles in there. I know I'm gonna have one tonight. I know it. I promise y'all this will be the last box of popsicles that I get and the last Pepsi. Okay. I felt bad because I had brought me some popsicles to put in the freezer at work, and the kids wanted one, but I told them they couldn't have one, and I ate the popsicle in front of them. But I did the next day get them a popsicle from neighbor box. I did. I okay, okay. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna give up that narcotic. No, that was Rita. They are. You said I said I'm going to. He said I'm going to a diabetic home just looking at her. I'm gonna tell y'all them doggone Oreo cookies, and one of the kids snuck in my purse while I was outside and ate some of my snacks out my purse because the other teacher told me today. What I'm gonna do? Check her about the snacks that wasn't supposed to be in my purse. I saw her over there chewing. She'd have been in my purse. Oh my God. I don't know what this is, and I've been trying, y'all. Oh my God. It could be stress. It could be just trying to stress. I'm stressed about the trip that I'm about to go to Africa. I'm stressed about that. Every little thing, every nuance got to be in place because we want a safe trip there and a safe trip back. So I'm stressed about that. My husband is stressed out, and he gets really stressed. He'd be like, "Oh my God, what are we going to do?" I'm like, "Would you please calm down? Would you do all these things, baby? The road is dangerous." I'm like, "Please." He makes it seem so dramatic, Everything must be safe. I'm like, "Is they coming to kill you now?" You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. But he does it. He be on. I can't tell him nothing. What does this mean? Please, beg, tell me now. I'm like, bro, just calm down. I don't tell him nothing. He said, "Stop talking about the sweets and Grace start also think about rice cakes instead." I said what I said. Don't you come on here with this glass of me. You understand what I'm saying? Don't you come on here with this glass of me talking about some rice cakes. Even though I do eat rice cakes, but I eat the caramel kind. Oh, my husband said he was going to work the pounds off of me. That's what he said. I'm like, "Where you at?" Oh, he lied to protect you, Queen. Shut up, sweet Rita. Oh my God. Let me tell y'all something. I went to the gas station to get some gas, right, in the morning. They rolling out new gas station donuts, right? These new gas station donuts got like lemon icing on it. I mean, and the donuts look so fresh and pretty. The packaging, whoever did the marketing is really good. And listen, I said, "Oh, it's going to be one of them dry stale donuts. You know how you get it, it don't be just quite fresh." You know what I'm saying? That's what I was expecting. I opened up the donut and doggone near I had to change my underwear. Now, I know that came out bad, but I'm just saying. I ate the donut, and it was the freshest donut that I ever tasted in my life. And the icing was lemon. It was on point, and it was only $1. And I said, when did the gas station donut start tasting this good? But immediately I knew my sugar had went up because it was so sweet, but it was so fresh. I'm gonna go get one of those donuts so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I was like, "Oh my God, they done changed the game up in the gas station." Okay, I got these SBK won't work out with me. You know what I'm saying? He won't work out with me. I got these weights I ain't used. I got the hula hoop thing where you swing the weight around your waist. I got that. I got the bike. What am I listening to? Shut up, SBK. No, listen. Come on, y'all. I ate that donut and almost slid out my chair. I was scared to go get another one because it was just too much sugar. I'm like, this could not be good. but it was so good. I ate every last piece of it. Normally I peel the icing off because it's be too sweet, but honey, it was the right levels in that mug. Yeah, she's dark and fluffy. My husband gonna just have to deal with it. He gonna have to don't. Lord have mercy, SBK. You hear what I say? I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't want to be bigger than what I was when I came there. You know what I'm saying? I had lost a lot of weight by the time I had got there. I got to lose that plus some more. I got to be even smaller. And we listen. So we got to come up with something, y'all, because this is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself. I looked in the mirror. I was like, I thought I was going to, I ain't lying, y'all. I looked in the mirror and thought I had to go to emergency. I was like, how is my stomach protruding like that? I said, something has to be wrong. I'm retaining fluid. I was like, my kidneys must have shut down because I'm retaining too much fluid. And I'm looking at like, no, this is fat. I don't know what to say. Y'all heard that? We. It's all hands on deck. I told y'all that. Scorpio mama called me talking about something. If you don't get your blankety blank up and get your blankety blank on that bike, I got my butt up and got on that bike. Did you hear me? The way she talked to me, I was like, who does that? Nobody but Scorp. I was taken back. She's like, you better get your blankety blank. Poor queen. Oh, I said what I said. Y'all help me. I want to be looking good for my husband. Y'all hear me? And this ain't me with no low self-worth and low self-esteem. I think I'm gorgeous. I think I'm hot. I do. But I don't like my stomach right now. And I want my levels of blood pressure. I don't want to retain fluid. I want to be healthy. But I help me, y'all. Help me. You said go for it, Scorp. Shut up. So Scorp is using the harassment approach, and it seems to be effective. No. She's using the threatening approach. I guess Scorp say, I don't know no other way. What I'm going to do, y'all? What I'm going to do? I got my gym shoes. I went to Walmart. And I don't care what nobody say I'm 49. I went to Walmart and got me some gym shoes. I don't even know the name of them. AV something. They ain't named Brielle, but they've been supporting my feet. So I gotta break them in and do some walking. He said, tell him to come home and that will keep you on track. Yeah, he said I'm gonna work that weight off you. That's what he told me. Hopefully he can do it in the days that I be there. I don't know how hard he gonna work, but I'm only gonna be there for a specific amount of days. But if he can do that, then he's a champ. I'm gonna bottle him up and take him every day as a pill. He said he can work it off. He said that's sometimes a great report. Shut up, SBK. We listen. She trying to get him. But I am. He gonna do a whole bunch of heavy lifting. Oh God. For real, y'all. I have outdone myself. I'm looking at my stomach like, how did you get here? This ain't good. Sweet Rita, he gonna work it off of her all right. He is. He better. Jesus, he gonna have to. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say, listen, at this point, just be prepared to work this weight off of me. Okay. Well, y'all saw me in Africa. I was there. I lost at least a good 3 pounds in Africa because I watched the video from the beginning of me there, and then the video I made towards the end, and I was smaller. It was that heat. It was the heat. I literally melted some pounds off of me for real. You said that's why SBK. That's good work. It is SB, and I'm telling you, a sweet reader. I mean, I said what I said. Yeah, I mean, it was good work. I felt alive. I felt what is that? What do you call that? I had agility. I had agility. You hear me? You know, you gotta exercise those muscles. I did. And then, things was, I told y'all, we ain't going back into it, but I told y'all I was good. I was in good form and good shape. But I'm like, Lord help me right now, Father God. Rejuvenated. You right, rejuvenated. Sure. It's something about a young man, honey. Get you back where you need to be. Stamina, baby. You right. You couldn't tell me nothing. Y'all saw me. When I came back, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was ready. I was like, I can outlast anybody, though. Talking big stuff. You hear me? Great minds think alike. Listen, do you hear what I say? I was talking big stuff. Because I was in shape. I was riding my bike. I was conditioned. I got to get back there for real. I got to get back there, y'all. I might just get on my bike tonight before I go to bed. So I'm looking at it. I might just get on my bike. I got to do something. Put my hair up in a ponytail, put on some workout clothes, and put me some water in the freezer. That way I can have me some ice cold slushy water when I get done. Because I might need it. I got to boost myself. Oh, Jesus, y'all. I done got hot just sitting here. For real, for real. Work all that. Shut up, SBK. Work all of that. I'll be on my exercise. You do? You guys, that's cool. You got a stationary bike. I was doing a Get Fit Saturday, y'all. That was really motivating me. I might have to bring it back. I have to bring it back just to make myself accountable. Like I need to just go ahead and schedule the live just to make myself accountable and get on there and do and just start back doing it. Because I done started getting this double chin back. And y'all know my chin, my chin used to look like this. It used to be like this. And now I got that over there. It used to be like this. Whew. I'm trying to work my way back to the pool for, oh yeah, I used to do water aerobics. Yeah, because you just like, it feels so good. Getting that pool, make me want to go down to the Y. Get in that pool and do that water aerobics. Make you like a fella. Whew. All right, y'all. Keep me in much prayer, y'all. I'm going to share with y'all as things unfold. I'm going to share with y'all. Okay? But I'm going to say this and just say it. Y'all support. Okay? Just support. Keep encouraging me and keep things, just keep encouraging the channel. All right. I said what I said. That's a great workout. Water, it is. The only thing I don't like is getting out of the pool because then you start feeling the weight of everything. You know what I'm saying? But when you in that mud, you be light as a feather. You say get to the bike queen when you log off. Okay, I will. Just because you asked me, I will. I'm gonna put my head up into a ponytail, turn some Nigerian music on, put my workout stuff on, and I am going to get on my bike. I think what time is it? Yeah, Star Trek is on. I'll watch me some Star Trek. Then when you get in shape, I'm going to find a young, you gonna find you one? I said what I said. I don't know if you had them once before, but if you did, you already know they like some type of drug. You take them and you start getting younger. I'm telling you, this dude I got right now, my husband right now, he has literally peeled back the years. I got a picture, and I might put it on my community wall. I got a picture. You know how they do the then and now? I look 60 years old in one picture, and now I look like 12. I know I don't look like it on this live, but I'm just saying, in real life, though. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they like him thick. He like me thick, but I got one of them fancy young guys. I got a fancy metrosexual husband that's fancy. He like expensive things. My husband got more brand name stuff than me. Okay? And he wants me in my best shape. Even though I done made him fall in love with me. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to mold me into them young things, some young girls, you know. He about 70% there with me. You know what I'm saying? Once I come off this weight, you know. But he one of them. He is one of them metrosexual, you know, sexy, spoiled, got expensive taste. Them type of people. You know what I'm saying? Them type of people. For instance, I am comfortable with my focus, my bent up focus. I'm not looking for, even though my dream car is a Lincoln. I want to get me a Lincoln. I just love Lincolns. My is getting ready to he's looking to purchase him. He's gonna purchase him. He's looking. And I'm like, babe, no, he put him another car, right? He's doing this back, you know, whatever. Because I do you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, you know, get you a Toyota. Because he just got him a Toyota last year. Was it? Is it a Toyota? What was that car he got? I don't know what it was, but it was like I don't know. But he's into like he's looking at Lexuses and all that stuff. Like, it lost it run for me, I don't care. But he got the, you know, his crossbodies that he wear is like Fendi's, and you know, he got some Coco Chanel. I didn't know Coco Chanel made pants. But he got the, you know, he's real fancy. Now me, I'm gonna go to Rainbows or something. You know, I'm not like that. But he's fancy. You know what I'm saying? Say, girl, you better get busy. Okay, I am. I'm into it. I'm for real, y'all. I promise y'all, and I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna get on this bike. I don't know how long I'm gonna do it, but I am gonna get on this bike. Lord, y'all help me get on this bike, because I'm tired. But I'm about to get on here for real. For real. I mean, you know, please help me, God. I'm gonna get on this bike, y'all. Just because I said it. And y'all holding me accountable. I'm gonna get on here. You know, but he's fancy. Like, he's so bougie. He get his haircut every other day. Every 2 days he get his haircut. Every 2 days he go get his haircut. He trying to turn me that way. You know what I'm saying? I got on FaceTime with him. Be like, babe, what? I thought you was going to get your hair done. Now, do my hair look bad, y'all? Do it look bad? I did this myself. Do it look bad? This is an expensive hairdo. If you look at this hairdo, everybody know you done spend at least $200. You know what I'm saying? I did this on my own. Because I used to do here. Get on it. Look, don't rush me off my live. Do I rush you out your live? Listen. We talking about, babe, I sent you the hairstyle, babe. Where is it? I said it's coming in the mail. It ain't got here yet. But I don't look bad. It's a bit, I like my women to look neat. I look neat. He is very particular. He's very particular. You know. No, it looks, yeah. And this is how long I've had this for almost 2 months. But I freshen it up and I always make it look neat. You know what I'm saying? It looks good. But this is extremely, I've had it for a long time. The hair ain't got hair. So I know I was supposed to take my hair down and do it today because he said something about it. But I'm like, this thing is not bad looking at all. I like it. I really like it. I'm really feeling it. But he's like, and look, it's long. I took my time with it. You see that? Yeah. He's like, babe, I thought you was going to get your hair done. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. He's very particular. But I love it. I love it. He's always well put together. All anytime I see him, it's hard to look at him. My dog on there start slobbing on myself. I have to get a tissue just to talk to him. What's that dog on K? He be like succotash. That's BB. That BB. Whoo! All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm about to get off here. Thank y'all. I'm about to go get on my bike. Thanks for motivating me. And then I'm going to be asleep. I bid you guys farewell. Farewell. Listen, do something kind for somebody if it's nothing. But tell them, hey, I was thinking about you. I love you. Or if it was nothing but do a silent prayer for somebody, I never know it. Or open up the car door or give somebody a great smile, because guess what? You reap what you sow. And it's going to come back to you. I love you, sweet Rita. You are the bomb. Sweet Rita, did you know it was your day? Today your day. I said what I said. Did you know that today was your day? Did you know there was something special about you? They said today was your day. Today was your day. All right. I love you all. Have a good night. This is your Queen Clay Lee saying be great. Bye. Bye-bye.